Weather is definitely one of those factors that beekeepers have absolutely zero control over. And lately we have finally started getting some rain. We've had such a dry spring. And for the most part, we can work around the weather, but sometimes it's not that easy for those of us that might have a part-time or even a full-time job, and then we've got our free time over the weekend, and the weather just doesn't work out with what we had planned for our bees. So today, we're gonna kind of walk through what I would do if I had to work and get something done on my bees, for my bees, in poor weather. So stick around. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Hive Doctor. So today we've been really on and off with rain. We've had some real hard rains the last 2 days, probably making up for all the rain we've not been able to have. But I wanted to show you what works for me when it comes to having to do something for my bees, complete some sort of task despite the rainy weather. Now it looks like we have a window right now. It could start raining any minute. It rained several times on my way here. But we're just gonna pretend that it's raining and go from there, showing you what I would do. So first off, I would have everything already ready. I've got the back of the hatch here open. It's a great spot to stand out of the rain if I've got to, put my suit on, my jacket, get my smoker lit nearby, because when it's raining, I have open colonies in the rain and they don't like it. They're a little bit pissier than usual. Maybe it's because everyone's cramped inside. It's just like us when we get kind of cranky whenever we're cooped up inside all day. Maybe the bees get the same way. I don't know, but I have noticed their behavior is a lot more aggressive. So we're gonna be lighting a smoker. We're not gonna try to get away with anything today. I got my veil I'm gonna pull over when I need to. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll first let you know I need to put a couple of honey supers on my clients' hives here. I may not have time coming up to do that. So it had to happen today, and today happened to be rainy. So that's what we're doing. It should be a very quick task, which is good. I would never do an in-depth hive inspection during the rain. I think inspections can always wait. So let's light a smoker and get started. So you know what? I almost didn't get a smoker lit. Didn't have the best fuel with me, which went against the first thing I said, which was to have everything ready. So this is almost a video of what not to do and how not to do it. But I was able to get a smoker lit. I didn't give up. So that's good. I was just gonna show you, sometimes maybe we can get away with popping a box, putting a box on and not get stung. But we got a smoker lit, so that's good. Means we can take our time a little bit better. It still won't take very long. And let's get to it. Okay, so got my smoker here. There's my 2 boxes I'm using. I just put them on the table. Easy spot to grab. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this box because you guys are closer to it. Popped, smoked. Let's see what the bees are doing. They're up in the box. They're whitening the comb, not using it for much honey storage yet, but that's okay. Let's see if I can show you what I'm talking about. Super on, quilting box on, done. One more of those. Now here in a minute I'll tell you why I'm adding a box even though they haven't even started filling the bottom one yet, or the one under it, not the bottom one. Okay. There we go. Got to space my frames. This is all already drawn comb. There's like maybe a frame or 2 of bare plastic that they've got to fill out, but that's all right. Okay, so why did I put another super on when they have hardly started on this one? Well, this colony's actually halfway filled this one. The one in the back here, they're just getting into it. But here's why. I've learned through beekeeping in Florida, let's see, Walt Wright method of beekeeping, and my mentor also in Florida. When the bees start creating a solid box of honey, they create a ceiling. And no matter what you put above that, they seem to really not fill as quickly. They will continue to super, but when they feel like they've got that ceiling, especially near the end of a flow, which we're not, they won't pack away as much as they could have. So I don't want the bees to feel like they've got a ceiling. I want them to feel like they've got capacity to store. Because I've already got the populations to go out and forage and bring that nectar home. So I have found when I over super, like right now they've got 3 supers. I know that my bees can make 3 supers on our wildflower in this area. And so if I go ahead and just give that to them and then leave them alone, I don't have to worry so much. In Florida, my mentor, he would say that the old timer said when you see a certain plant blooming before orange blossom, you get your boxes on. And then you leave them alone. You don't wait for any of this 80% stuff before you add another box. So that's just something to keep in mind. You don't have to do it. I'm not saying that's the hard, cold truth of bees. It's just something I've noticed that works, and it's a little bit easier on the Beekeeper. But today's main goal was just to show you how quick adding a box could be. Even if it was raining, if rain had gotten in this box, that would not have been a big deal. The bees would have licked it up, used it, whatever. I wouldn't do it out in the pouring rain, but a light to moderate rain, I'd pop that off, put the other one on real quick, cover them up with the quilting box, go on to the next one. But I did that because I know what my schedule looks like coming up, and this was the only chance I had to do this. So we did it. Thanks for joining me today, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Hive Doctor out.